Eventually, I was so desperate I sunk all my life savings into a workshop with a photographer I really liked, and that changed everything. Not because he snapped his fingers and suddenly I got good, because I still sucked for a long time after that. No, the reason it was so helpful is because he forced me to confront the thing that scared me most, going out in the world to do the work. On the first day of the workshop, I was all set to sit down and have these deep talks about the industry and which editors I should reach out to first, which we did for a little bit, but pretty soon he realized what the issue was. So he told me to go get my camera, and then we jumped in a rickshaw, this was in Bangladesh, and we went into the old city and just started shooting. At first I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of followed him around, but eventually I felt a bit silly and started taking pictures too, even though it was awkward. We only stayed out for a few hours that day, but it changed everything.
I think today I shot way too many pictures. I shot like 700 pictures or some ridiculous number.
I wasn't learning about documentary photography or making plans for the big project I do one day. I was actually out in the world and taking action. When the workshop ended 10 days later, I stayed behind in Dhaka and kept doing the same thing, but by myself. It wasn't comfortable or fun really, but I was doing the thing. And after a few weeks of that, I felt like a totally different person. I pulled out of grad school and spent the next 8 months traveling around Asia alone, building a portfolio. I shot 6 or sometimes 7 days a week, even if it was only for an hour or two, but I made sure I was prioritizing action over everything else. Not posting about it or reading about it, but actually doing it. And what do you know? I got better. It took time, but within about 2 years, I published a photo on the front page of the New York Times and was getting hired enough to support myself full time. And it was all downstream of action. Maybe right now you're thinking, well, that's all well and good, but I'm not in a position to take an expensive workshop.